We are live at iiRcade, so it's going to be a new arcade product, home arcade offering in 2020. So at initial first glance, you're going to look at this and see a bar top. It's actually both a bar top and a full size. They actually come with or you can purchase a separate bottom cabinet, which Justin will show you over here. So if you see there's like a bottom cabinet you can purchase, which will make the bar top a full-size arcade. Now, one of the things that we talked about, I'm just talking about aesthetics right now. One of the things we talked about was is it going to look exactly like this come, the production run? And one of the things that was discussed is the possibility, potentially, of like customizing it with your own artwork. Now, whether they're going to supply it or you, I'm not sure. But I thought that was interesting. So let's get into a couple more of the design elements. So one of the things that I noticed right away, and I was a little bit like, I'm not sure, I'm turned off by that, was the two speakers on the top. Well, they put a lot of effort in making these things sound good. They're 80 watts of, I think it's like an 80 watt amp in there. And these things, no joke, they're freaking loud, like loud and bassy, but not just loud and obnoxious, like they sound good. So one of the things that they sort of boast about this platform is it has the ability and performance to be able to play modern games at 60 frames per second, and it actually does a good job doing that. Now the games that they had us demo that on, they're not licensed yet, so they didn't allow us to see those yet. So it's kind of weird because it's almost like this mashup of they want to try to take our games that wouldn't traditionally be arcade games and give you an arcade experience with them. And believe it or not, there was a first-person shooter that I tried where like one was sort of you're looking around with one stick and the other one you're moving, and it actually worked pretty good. I was surprised about that. And speaking of the game, one of the things that's kind of neat is if you pick a game, what they do is they've already predetermined what buttons need to be mapped to what button layouts, so that if it's Street Fighter, it's always going to be mapped that way. Now, the only licensed title that I'm allowed to talk about right now is Double Dragon, so they do have Double Dragon licensed, and it plays fairly well. And one of the things that I noticed when I played with it was the buttons and the joystick. So I asked him, I don't know how much, Justin, I'm allowed to say on that. Do you remember?
Let's talk about the price point. So they had mentioned that they're going to try to target, the price you would see for like a PlayStation, Xbox. So if I were to guess, what do you say, like a $3, $4?
Like a
$300 to $400,
$399. But that's all like to be determined. Don't hold us on price point or anything. The cabinet construction seems really good, but I was impressed at the buttons and joysticks because he didn't tell me what they are. But if they're not Sanwas, then they're like really good Sanwa clones. And if you guys have been around arcades and modding for a while, there's like huge chasms of quality with Sanwa clones coming out of China. You've got like the really loosey-goosey, wiggle sticks that aren't very good. They use cheesy springs, and then you have ones that are almost indistinguishable from Sanwas. And I feel like it is a Sanwa, but he's not disclosing that right now. So
take a look at it. This is fully operational. You can hold down this menu button, and it'll actually take you to this main screen. And so it's a functional, what would you call it, functional prototype?
Yeah, it's a functional prototype. I mean, there were some things that were not working, but they were honest and said, look, some of this stuff isn't working right now, or we're still like fixing it. But he said it's like probably 90-something% done. They're just working on some last-minute bugs and stuff. So yeah, I've noticed it, and this is actually when you, that algorithm that I was talking about, this actually pulls up those predetermined button configurations, so like for instance, if it's, like I said, if it's a fighting game, it's going to put like your fierce punch and your hard punch and all that stuff up top, and your kicks in the bottom, as you remember them from the arcade, so that you're not having to muck around with like, button configurations and stuff. So yeah, so Double Dragon plays really well. There was something that we saw from back in the back, that there's systems that we're not allowed to show you, and one of them had a bigger monitor, so they're toying with the idea of putting a bigger monitor on the unit. And Justin's showing it right now.
Yeah,
so that one's actually got, that is the 19. So that one's got the 19-inch monitor, so that's what Justin's showing you right now. This one's got a 17. So I love, my feedback to them, Justin and I had two pieces of feedback. We said, man, if you could get the monitor to be 19, like that's pretty sweet. And on the artwork. And so it was interesting because a lot of their marketing feedback on the artwork was based on, overseas. And I think that kind of makes sense because, I don't know, like this wouldn't be traditional for us, but we'll see. I mean, they're considering different offerings for artwork and graphics. So I'm okay if the fact that you can customize it, that could be pretty neat. So again, all to be determined, and this is still technically a prototype, but it's very functional and it works really well actually. Like I played a bunch of Double Dragon, and then I played the 2 titles that they haven't licensed yet but they're working on. One of them really surprised me. It wasn't the first-person shooter. It was actually I won't tell you the name of the game because he told me I couldn't, but it was like a side-scrolling phone-based game that they converted into an arcade experience, and it was actually really fun. Like I don't know what to say. Like aesthetically, I'm not a gigantic fan, but you know, if the gameplay is fun and I potentially have a chance to change the way it looks in the future, then that's pretty cool. Also, the one thing Justin mentioned, the hardware is actually really powerful. Like it's running these games with 0 lag, really great experiences from a gameplay. Now keep in mind, they're only letting us see certain titles, but the ones they're letting us see are functioning really well, and some of them are like more advanced graphically, so I'm surprised they're playing as well as they are. So
yeah, very much it looks like they're going to try to target some license for some modern games. That's essentially what we were playing, and that's what really blew us away, because the gameplay on the modern was really high quality from anything that we have seen. So if they continue to push on that, I think they might have success.
Yeah, and then the other thing, Justin, did he tell you about how the games you don't download the games on the unit itself? So you actually you go to the App Store, you know, when it's all in production, you're going to go to the App Store on your... Dude, someone totally farted and it smells really bad right now.
Yep.
So, yeah, sorry
keep
guys.
Keep
we
going.
get distracted by that. Oh, all right, woo! So, yeah.
Cowboy Ralph is coming out.
Yeehaw, man. And I passed some gas out in the farm when no one was around, but shoot, I wouldn't do it with a bunch of people around, you know what I mean? We don't crop dust our friends, man. All right, so anyways, so on the app itself, I lost my train of thought, but on the app, you go to your app store on your phone, you download the games, and then your cabinet will, next time you boot it up, it goes, oh hey, it checks to see if you've done any recent changes, and then it downloads those new games to the cabinet, which is pretty cool. So overall, I'm actually surprised. Like and actually when I was talking to Justin coming over here, right, we were having a conversation going, we weren't that excited, and actually I'm leaving pleasantly surprised on the experience that at least they provided me in the demo. So
yeah, what
cool.
do you think is your favorite thing? Like, I think we were really blown away. One of the games that they showed us was like a shooter game, and the moment, and it wasn't even turned up all the way.
No.
The moment we fired, we were like both reacted.
The
like,
audio was like,
loud.
Oh damn, and we're in like, it's really loud in here, but it wasn't the kind of loud, I know I said this earlier, it wasn't the kind of loud that's like, oh man, it's screechy, it doesn't sound good. Like it had some bass and it had some good, sound quality to it. So yeah, and Justin and I switched off, and he actually jumped when he shot the gun, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I will say that wow, that smell's still here. But anyway, I'm going to try to get through this. Someone mentioned that it looks like it's Pandora's box. It's not. We talked to these guys. They talked to us about technical things, and they built the OS from the ground up, and I really believe them. They started getting technical on it, how it was Android based, but how it had a core Linux embedded system that they trimmed it all out. Their goal was to get high performance gaming to run on this platform, and I honestly believe that they did do that, because no, it's not the machine that stinks. But yeah, when we were playing it, we could really see the performance. So it looks like they're checking all the boxes, except for maybe the looks, and we gave them that feedback. Yeah, it's hard to see on the.
Now keep in mind, this is the 17-inch version too.
Yeah.
They're undecided whether to do a 17 and a 19. So
yeah, you want to play a different game? They're asking for a different game.
Yeah, but which ones am I allowed to play? I don't remember.
The Double Dragons. We can do Double Dragon 3.
Am I allowed to play that? No. Okay. Oops. Oopsie. Oh, they don't have it. They don't have double.
Let's hear the sound. I'll crank it up.
Yeah, I can put it up. I got it.
There we go.
Actually, oh, hold on. Sorry, I didn't know what the coin button was there.
So in this one, they only have license for Double Dragon right now.
I don't think they have 2 and 3 set up right.
Okay.
So I'll go back to.
So they're only allowing us to demo those.
Oh, damn. Can they hear that? They hear how loud that is?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me grab.
Dude, that's gonna be way loud if you do that.
All right. Move around.
Oh, I don't have sound though for some reason.
Yeah, the 19 inch is available. You want to switch to that?
Yeah, we'll switch. Maybe
Okay,
there's
we're gonna
something wrong with
switch.
that. I don't think they have the game audio set up on these yet. Because
Just on the other ones?
I think they might have, yeah, because it's not.
So they took us into a back room and let us play some really cool ones, and so, yeah. I think these demo ones are a little...
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah, I
there's
think
no
these ones that we're playing out here don't have audio.
Just in the menu it does. So like if I go
Yeah.
back to the menu, like they can get an idea.
Yeah, you hear that?
I mean, that's loud. That's loud.
You know, what was really cool is Ralph was super excited that they actually named the cabinet after him. That's what the R stands for. It's RetroRalph.
Yeah, that's totally.
So that's pretty sweet.
It's totally what it is. So yeah, so I mean that's kind of the gist of what we learned. I think there's going to be a whole bunch more information that we're going to get in the next like coming weeks. They're going to have, they're planning on doing the launch sometime. He said mid till last half of the year. So maybe that what's going on. Okay. All right. Anyways.
Someone ripped one again.
All right, guys. I think we have to wrap it up just because I can't stand this anymore, and like literally people are crop dusting the hell out of Justin and I over here, and I don't know why. So either someone actually, it's probably. Shoot, that guy looked.
So we have a few questions.
That guy looked like
Maybe.
He was like.
We have a few questions. So how many games come with?
What?
Yeah, how many games come with it? It's undetermined right now. We know they got the Double Dragon trilogy. They're going to work on some more license.
You want to go in front of the camera real quick? He wants to see Justin.
No, no one wants to
yeah,
see
you do.
me.
Come on, here.
I'm behind the camera.
We're going to switch off.
All right. All right, so check this out. So what they had told us was, right now they have Double Dragon as the demo units here, but this is also a connected device, so they have the ability to allow you to download more games later, and they're going to work on the different models. Like, for example, it could be something that you pay for those games extra, or maybe by virtue of buying the cabinet, you're going to automatically come with a set of games. They're still working on that, and they're getting a lot of feedback from the community. They've done a lot of tours at other places.
They're making fun of the way you're wearing your badge.
Yes. I'm hiding my badge.
They're calling it a sash.
Yeah. Let me take this off, guys, and make fun of that. All right. So, come on, guys. Seriously, I thought we were friends.
Be nice to Justin.
And seriously, dude.
All right, okay.
We're gonna have to go.
Should we just end it? We'll end it. All right, guys. All right,
It's
guys.
getting bad.
All right, guys.
It's getting bad over
Okay,
here.
guys.
All right. Thank you. We'll be on tonight, and we'll see you on the next one.